Hey boo, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my second wedding anniversary trip to Phoenix, Arizona. This is my first time visiting the city, so let's get into it. We arrived into the city around 11 a.m. and we headed straight to the rental plaza. It is recommended that you rent a car in Phoenix, Arizona because there's so much to see and it's pretty spread out. Then we headed right over to our hotel. My husband chose the Arizona Biltmore. Very nice. The property, it was huge. We did have every intention on exploring this property, but guys, it was so hot. Coming from North Carolina, just seeing the desert, just no grass, just cactus, desert, and mountains. We were excited about the 24-hour pools, especially the adults only pool, my first time. The property, it was very well maintained. I mean, it was really clean. No complaints over here. They even had this mini mall where at some point in our trip, my husband, he did get some ice cream and he said that it was good. After we explored the property, we did have brunch at Elefante's in Scottsdale. So it was about 17 minutes from our actual hotel. You know where you guys really should stay if you go to Phoenix, Arizona? Well, never mind. If you really want to know, ask me down in the comments and I will tell you where you have to stay if you go to Phoenix. Not our waitress, I guess she was a hostess. She says, "Why did you guys choose here for your anniversary trip?" I said, "Girl, I don't know. My husband chose here and I just came along." We didn't think that a restaurant that's attached to a mall food would be this good. It was our first meal in Arizona and quite frankly, it was the best meal. Elefante, they have Italian cuisine. It looked really good. So they had this express lunch special. So you choose your appetizer, your entree, and your dessert. We chose Gulf shrimp. And then for our second appetizer, we did go with this broccolini cashew pesto with crispy shallots. Delicious. For our entree, we decided to go with pizzas and they did not disappoint. I got the Blanco pizza and then my husband, he went with the wild mushroom. We did finish off our dinner with a affogato. I will be duplicating that as well as the broccolini when we get back to the house. Now let this man tell you about our dessert.
Affogato, vanilla ice cream, caramel, and then it's topped with fresh espresso.
Ooh, I'm finna be wired.
Yes, enjoy.
When I go somewhere I've never been before, I have to go to Starbucks to get their Been There series mug. Usually I can find them in the airport, which is very convenient, right? But this particular airport, the mugs were not cute at all. And so I was on the hunt and luckily I did find the mug that I was looking for. It's so cute. I'm not a go to the mall while I'm out of town type of girl, but my husband did leave his sunglasses and so we were here looking for some. So I checked out Zara while he was looking for his sunglasses. Initially, when I was told that we were going to be going to Phoenix, Arizona for our anniversary trip, I was like, okay, bet. So we're going to the Grand Canyon, right? Well, I got my bubble bursted. My husband did not want to drive to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is about 4 hours from Phoenix, whereas Sedona is about 2 hours from Phoenix. So we settled on Sedona, which was perfect. I researched some different sites that we could see in Sedona when I found out we weren't going to the Grand Canyon, and this was one of them, the Chapel of Holy Cross. Very nice. The views were perfect and the pictures were even more perfect. The people of Sedona, they ready for y'all. Although it was a Thursday, the town was out helping people get to the top of this mountain with golf carts, and the views were just amazing. I forgot to tell y'all about breakfast. So we did have breakfast before we headed out to Sedona in Phoenix. I'm going to insert the TikTok after this clip.
And if a nigga don't be trying, so tell me mama please why you be drinking all the time. Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Being broke is better, life that's better than yours.
I had the grand idea that we could hike Bell Rock Pathway. You do have to pay for a Red Rock Pass for the day and put it in your car. It should have been about 1.3 miles. Easy work, right? This local guy, he was just kind of hanging around, and he was said that he had just finished talking to some ladies and they had got lost. I mentioned the route that we were going to take, and he looks me dead in my eyes and says, make sure you stay on the dirt pathway, because this is the pathway that those ladies that I just spoke with took, and they did indeed get lost. We went the way that I wanted to go anyway, and we got lost. Eventually, we did find our way back, just like those ladies did. Again, the views were beautiful. I mean, this video gives it no justice, but I was stressed out by the time we got back to the car. The last thing we saw in Sedona was a panoramic view of Airport Mesa, which has views overlooking Cathedral Rock, Courtroom House Butte, is it Butte or Butte? Bell Rock, which we just left from, Chimney Rock, as well as Coffee Pot Rock. By this time, Mr. Davis was over it, and I needed to get him back to the hotel before he turned into a grumpy Smurf. We got back to our hotel, we took a nap, and then we headed downtown Phoenix to see what was happening. I checked out Grassroots Books and Juice Bar. It is a Black owned and operated bookstore. They had a lot of used new books, cookbooks, as well as vinyls, nonfiction. Some local art was there, as well as comics. They had this Jet magazine wall, y'all. That was my favorite part. I had a ball just looking at the different covers and finding some of my favorite artists. That's a nice little store, Black-owned store in Phoenix, Arizona.
It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me mama please why you be drinking all the time. Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Being broke is better, life that's better.
Then we headed over to Stardust in Sage, another Black-owned store in Phoenix, Arizona. This shop had an array of different teas that you could customize your own blend, and they also had some pre-made blends as well. I decided to go with that. The tea that I got is called a memory tea, which very fitting because girl, struggling. The young lady, she was very helpful, very nice, helping me pick out the tea and preparing it for me, and just a great experience overall. I would recommend you to go there and check them out.
as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose. I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never.
And then we decided to go get some tacos before dinner, and they were really good. That is the end of the day for you all, because I am going back to the hotel to spend some time with my husband and rest up, because tomorrow, guys, we have a 5:15 call in the morning for our hot air balloon.
Let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass. Let a nigga know that he arrived.
I'm your captain. Real quick, I'm going to run down a few important things to make sure we have a nice, safe, fun morning. Most dangerous part of this entire activity is happening right now. Those fans over there putting all that air inside, they draw out air in from the sides of the back of those fans. They won't just suck in air, they'll suck in anything that's close by. That includes, but it's not limited to, first stripes, camera strap, long hair, long skirts, long shirts, long jackets, long scarves, long necklaces, any loose articles you have on you with you. If you go standing right up next to those fans, looking inside, checking it out, taking pictures, whatnot, it'll suck that stuff in and take it away from you. Trust me. I one time watched one of these fans turn a long skirt into a real short skirt, rip the whole bottom right off. Yeah, you're laughing now. I wasn't laughing then. I was burning the skirt. So let's give a little safe space around those fans when they're running. As soon as that thing's filled up with air, I'm going to put heat air with a big flame balloon's going to go from laying on its side to standing up. As soon as that thing stood up, I want y'all right in next to the basket, ready to hop in and have some fun. It is absolutely critically important for your health and safety during the entire flight, no matter what other circumstances, do not exit the aircraft. Want more fun if you stay in, if you jump out. Also real important, when we land and we're back on the ground at the end of the flight, do not exit the aircraft until you've been instructed to do so by me. When we come in to land, the balloon's going to be moving, the ground will not be moving. We're going to slide to a stop. As we slide to a stop, the basket will tip in the direction we're traveling. If we're going faster than about 10 miles an hour, basket will like all the way to the side, slide to a stop in the orientation you see it right now. It's not a crash landing, it's not dangerous, it's not scary, just the way a balloon lands when the winds are going a little faster.
It's probably like 6 o'clock in the morning by this time. And my husband, he planned the entire side mission. So I didn't know what to expect. Watching these gigantic balloons come to life was amazing to witness. There were about 5 to 6 balloons that were flying that morning. We had to meet the group at an airport in Phoenix, and then we all got into 12-passenger vans and was told that the pilot was looking for a spot to take off. We were told that the spots can change from day to day, and so they had to decide what was the best spot to take off from. So that took a little time. I was not scared. I was very surprised. I can't explain it. It was like a very peaceful, and just being with him and watching the sunrise, it was just perfect. There's about 17 people in our basket, not including the pilot. It sounds like a lot of people, right? It was not. That basket was huge. Speaking of the pilot, I was so impressed. He had just the right amount of casual / humor with professionalism, because we are vulnerable up here, this air. I highly recommend this company, and the name will be down in my description box. I heard people talking about we were going to have breakfast. But imagine my surprise when, after we landed, they started unpacking tables, tablecloths, chairs, right there on the desert where we landed. It was amazing. The breakfast burritos, it was good. They had fruit, pastries, and they had bottomless mimosas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It was definitely an experience of a lifetime, and I'm so happy my husband checked this off of my list. Now, we are looking for an international destination next year for our anniversary. Y'all got any suggestions?
Not want champagne. Perfect.
No, we're all alcoholics.
Yeah. My kind of people. So on their experiments, they switched from using paper to using fabric. The fabric didn't catch on fire as much as the paper did. Worked out a little bit better for them. Then they got to a point where they realized they were going to need a whole lot more fabric than they could afford. So they went and talked to the guy in France who had all the money at the time. Not Elon Musk. King Louis XVI, married to Marie Antoinette, commissioned building of Versailles. He liked fancy things. Brothers explained what they were working on. Got the king to agree to fund this thing. So they got the balloon all built. They're ready to take flight. Anybody at this table not having champagne? Perfect.
If you've made it this far in this video, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment to this video. Leave a balloon in the comments to let me know you've made it to the end. And don't forget to share this content with another fellow baby reader. And until next time, y'all, bye.
Crazy, had a little bad enough. We stay good friends, we get too wavy. All I know is that when this cup ends, the next one begins. My babe, you know me, and you knew me back then, and you know how it goes when I see you again. You know I'm making my way to your ends, and you know I need you to be there for me. You a little post-so baby, you a little 48 baby. Got a little candy in her pocket, she gon' take off like a. You already know. Dirtied up a cup, I'm on the north side. Text you, but I know you probably cross-eyed. Know I gotta come and check the whole man, baby. Hold tight. I just touched the city with the cheap block stainers, and we got adopted by some fit for strangers. You know what it means when I twist these.